Hello, Reapers! My name is Scythe, and we are back again for some more Trove. Finally back again for a Let's Play episode. Seriously, it's been a million zillion years since we had a proper Let's Play episode. So there's quite a few things, high hits to kill. There's a couple things that we need to talk about today. We're also going to talk about, like, the next class. The devs have actually talked about it, kind of, but I don't want to get your hopes up too much about it. They pretty much just said that they don't want to announce what the next class is going to be, but the fact that they did say that means that the next class is most likely coming in 2018. Like, they kind of confirmed that they are working on a new class, just not necessarily yet. They also talked a little bit about, like, the adventurine and stuff like that, so we're gonna get into that, but this costume is quite beautiful, is it not? Now, PC players, you're going to be able to get this costume right away. Links are going to be in the description for this. And then console players, you're just kind of out of luck there, dudes and dudettes. But this was actually made by my good friend B_Yellow, who is an amazing modder. He's actually added quite a few items that have gotten into the game. And we kind of together ended up making, like, I made a Shadowhunter costume mod like a million years ago. He kind of made a more in Trove theme costume of the same thing, and then I kind of based a Neon Ninja costume off of the design that he ended up doing, and now we've got a proper gunslinger one. So we've got pretty much a Scythe plays costume for each of the three different classes that I ended up maining until I end up maining another one. But either way, I threw him some flux so that wasn't a complete waste of his time, and ultimately I'm very, very happy with how it turned out, and think that it feels very in theme with Trove, because it's kind of got the whole, like, undead theme going for it, like the undead biome and stuff like that, right? And also goes very, very well with the dread mount, which oddly enough I've had a lot of people lately been asking, I guess just because I haven't been rocking this in too many videos lately, what is that mount? How do you get it and stuff like that? I have a video talking about the Dreadnought mount already, so check that one out. I probably should put that in the description. The mount is definitely epic enough. So, Yabaki, which is the Shadow Gonda, the devs have confirmed that they're probably in the next week or two going to end up picking winners. So they haven't even chosen people to win that prize. If you don't know, what ended up happening was we logged in during a set period of time to enter ourselves into kind of a sweepstakes for Trove, where they're going to apparently randomly choose who's going to end up getting the Shadow Gonda mount. They're going to have 3 winners on PC, 3 winners on Xbox, and 3 winners on PS4, and they have confirmed that for the PS4, though the game itself, technically there's 2 versions of Trove on the PS4. There's the European version and a North American version, and they have confirmed how they are going to have those joined, in that they're only going to be giving out 3 Yabaki codes to both the European and North American versions of Trove, which makes sense, but ultimately is a little bit cheap, just because of the fact that with the way that Trove works, like I said, there's 2 different versions, so it's like you kind of have 2 different games on the PS4 version, right? Then they also kind of mentioned that they don't know when they're going to end up choosing, like, giving the codes out and stuff like that, so we might actually see those out, like, later in the month, or if not, just next month altogether. Because although they ended up saying that they were going to pick winners within the month of January, that doesn't necessarily mean that they were, Stellar Drop, going to end up giving out codes, right? What was that? Did I just hear another Stellar Drop? I'm just hearing weird sound effects. Is there somebody around me? Yeah, there actually is. Okay. Weird. But then they also talked about adventurine and stuff like that in the recent live stream, and how they want to have that a lot more refined, and they're kind of aiming for the next big Trove update to be in March. No confirmation on whether or not they're going to actually meet that goal, though, they said, but it is exciting, the fact that they have talked about how they want to hopefully do exactly what we've all been talking about lately in the videos, about making adventurine something that you grind passively while you're just doing grinding. Like, they're trying to hopefully update the system and make it more integrated into just Trove's natural playstyle, rather than it being a separate piece of content. If you want to hear me talk in more detail about the whole adventurine thing and why I ultimately feel that it was a flop as a feature, you can refer to my video talking about my honest feelings of Trove. Do I hate the game? Do I not? Whatever. But I also want to confirm as well, because I've been seeing lots of people that I guess just read, like, the title of the video or the thumbnail but didn't actually go through the entire video, so they're sitting there wondering, do you actually hate Trove? Are you going to quit? Nope, I'm not going to quit. Like, I don't know why I have to keep repeating myself over the years that I've been playing this game that I'm not going to quit. Why would I ever quit? Like, I love Trove, I really do. It's just that video was specifically dedicated to the things that I feel are flaws in reaching Trove's maximum potential, you know? So yeah, that's just my 2 cents towards that. But either way, there's been so many things that have been going on, not only just with Trove, but just behind the scenes with the channel and stuff. I'll get into a little bit of that in a bit, but for the most part, I want to save a vlog video for all of that. Outside of any of that, though, like with Trove grinding, man alive, I've been busy doing lots of stuff off camera. I have been doing live streams a lot more regularly, not only of Trove, but just of many other games. Why are these guys not dropping any items? Like, seriously, they are boss mobs, so why aren't they actually dropping anything? It's weird. Also, I love that. I love when the gunslinger's, like, left-click attack just stops working. Please fix that one, as well as the many other hundreds of bugs. Sorry if you heard Jub Jub barking in the background. She's going crazy because some psycho is honking their horn. I don't know what that is, but in either case, it's unavoidable with a crazy dog that likes to bark at the air. So anyways, I've been grinding badges mostly. I've been trying to get my mastery up. You can see I'm at 537 mastery as of this video, and we actually need 269 mastery points per level right now. It's insane, the scaling to this thing, like, seriously. And what we're going to end up getting at 540 is a new aura, so I'm really hoping that it's going to be something worthwhile and cool, where it's like, whoa, I gotta use this, instead of something where it's like, I'll just use this because nobody has it, not because it's something that's neat. Oh, we did get 2 stellars from that one dungeon by the looks of things. Okay, cool. And then there's going to be the Mastery Dread, which we have seen what that actually looks like. It's pretty gross. And then for some reason, we've got a sail at 560, which is kind of lame. And then the boat at 590. I think those should both be together. But, I mean, we are getting a rat at 570 and 10 sovereigns at 580. That's just, I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. Like, are the mastery rewards really good, or are they just really bad? I don't know. Let me know your comments and feedback in the comment section down below, though, because personally speaking, Reapers, I'm not exactly sure if I'm into it. Also, that's another thing, too, that I'm trying to get in the habit of, just speaking about the channel, is calling you guys Reapers, because Dudes and Dudettes was just, I don't know, like, it just wasn't working out, you know? Like, I know I've been doing it for a long time, and it's kind of considered a tradition that I say, what's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet and stuff, because I've been doing that intro for years, but better late than never is kind of what I always say, and I really wanted to have something that felt a bit more appropriate to calling my subscribers and fans, and Reapers just makes sense, not to mention on the community tab of YouTube, I ended up asking all you guys and gals what I should call the community, and Reapers pretty much won by a landslide. So I'm going to talk about that in more detail in my next comments video on Monday, so be sure to tune into that. Otherwise, I do have a new logo on the way, which incidentally is also related to my new shirt design that is going to end up showing up in my merch store sometime soon, hopefully. Generally speaking, it's been very slow communication between the guy that manages my merch store and like their designer and stuff, because they were on the holidays and everything. So it's been a pretty slow response time between me and them, and unfortunately, it's been getting kind of longer and longer between the response times, which kind of sucks because I like the idea of having new shirts coming out very regularly rather than coming out like every 5 months, you know what I mean? But, I mean, either way, that's just me. And there's been lots of other stuff that's been going on with all of the other games, but of course I'm going to talk about that when we're actually playing the other games, because that's another thing too, is I've kind of been trying to hone a lot of my own personal skill as far as commentary and let's playing and stuff like that, and there's just been a lot of personal growth for me, I guess I would say, where I'm trying to focus more on talking about the game specifically that we're playing with a lot of the live streaming and stuff like that, because I've been live streaming a lot more. It's actually been a lot of fun, not only being able to interact with you guys, but just being able to kind of have a quicker and easier method of getting more consistent content out, because live streaming is always going to end up being pretty easy as far as creating content, because I just stream an hour of Trove and do pretty much what we're doing right now, or I just record 10 minutes of Trove and then I end up taking, you know, another 10 minutes to edit the video, and then the rendering time is absolutely horrendous because I put my videos up at such a high quality that ultimately it ends up taking pretty much the same amount of time to do a normal 10-minute video that it does to do a live stream. Of course, the trade-off is that we get to have more focused content and also get to kind of talk, ooh, a radiant drop as well, you know, about more specific things, and then the quality of the video is just going to end up being up. So, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing with all my stellar souls, I would recommend that you hang on to them because we do know that there is going to be some other thing that is going to be added to the game that is going to end up draining our stellar souls. So hang on to them while you can, folks. But yeah, the other thing too, again, like I said about the adventurine, is that not only did they say that they want to kind of integrate it more into just the core gameplay and stuff like that, they have confirmed that they're going to be doing a big rebalance of a lot of the NPCs and the amount of adventurine that they give and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping that they're going to positively look at the system and see like, oh, this guy right here, he is the most useless NPC of them all because you can only do a challenge at every hour and he's not going to give enough adventurine to compensate for the fact that you can only do him once an hour, as opposed to all the other characters where you can just do them repeatedly over and over and get like a lot more adventurine for your buck, right? And then on top of that, they've also said how they're going to end up adding more NPCs and stuff like that. So as of right now, it's technically useless to actually upgrade, not your rally of heroes, but to upgrade and even get the repose of heroes, because what the repose of heroes is going to do is it gives more NPC options, meaning that you can actually get up to legendary tiers for these NPCs, which as of right now is useless because this parrot guy pretty much has the best quests in the game. Not to mention you can just do this cursed enemy topped with the undead parrot to do kind of 2 undead quests at a time. And that is going to end up giving you more adventurine than the Gonda NPC, which is extremely rare and pretty much is just based on magic find, which ultimately means that it's not guaranteed, right? So hopefully when they do the rebalance, it means that a lot of those legendary NPCs are going to give that much more adventurine. I would much rather feel that those characters are kind of like a special bonus where everyone's going to rush over to a club world that actually has them because of the sheer amount of adventurine that you're going to get, and hopefully means that grinding adventurine for all of the stuff that's actually in this merchant store isn't going to be as gross as it is, because seriously, these things are way too expensive considering how long you actually have to grind adventurine. Like, seriously. That's another thing, too, that I just wanted to mention in passing. Why I've kind of been focusing more on the tutorials and stuff rather than doing the Let's Plays and even not playing on the console version as much is because grinding all the adventurine burnt me out. Like, for a long time, like pretty much up until now, because I grinded it all out specifically so that I could end up getting a video showing you all of the mounts and allies and everything like that. But I was pretty much grinding 4 hours a day to get my maxed out adventurine until I ended up having everything out of the store, including Blocktron. So you could see just how like ridiculous that is, and just the amount of time that you have to dedicate to it is just, it's just like, yikes, dude. So anyways, that's pretty much it. That pretty much covers everything. I hope I ended up talking about everything. I also just realized we don't have a comments cove in this new area. I probably should end up doing that. For those that don't know, I used to have an area where I would kind of respond to a specific comment and put it in comments cove so that you could kind of always refer to that within every video and kind of be like, oh, so this is when he talked about this specific subject, right? And then I think I already mentioned about the next class. It is confirmed that they're going to have it come out in 2018. We just have no idea what the class is going to end up being. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. That's also going to build up loyalty points to my merch store. Links are in the description for that, where you can buy this shirt and a bunch of other stuff. And then for the fans that want to go the extra mile, you can donate to me for absolutely free with Gawkbox. Check links in the description for that. But be warned, it doesn't work for everybody in Europe. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.